trick is gonna work?
Shut up, you!
You got it, boss. Shutting up now.
Anyway, Kyoko, you actually did have a reason to kill her.
Huh? She did?
She thought Mukuro was the ultimate despair. In other words, the mastermind behind everything. So she killed her to try and put a stop to all this. Isn't that right, Kyoko? But you made one catastrophic mistake. Mukuro wasn't the mastermind at all. And as a result, we were forced into another trial. Something I'm sure you weren't at all expecting.
So, that was her motive?
If she had a motive and no alibi, well then, I think it's pretty clear Kyoko's gotta be the culprit.
I'm not the only one without an alibi. Makoto's explanation is still insufficient.
Huh?
The sprinklers didn't get the body wet, but that doesn't mean the murder happened when he said it did.
Possibly because of the tarp. If the tarp was laid on top of the body and then moved afterwards,
But the body wouldn't have gotten
it
wet.
wouldn't have gotten wet.
What are you...
Because you see, there is a way the body could have avoided getting wet.
Interesting. I'm listening.
All it would take is covering the body with a certain something to keep it from getting wet.
Chicken. Chicken number 5.
You're talking about the tarp, aren't you?
You catch on quick. You're right. All you'd have to do is cover the body with the tarp, and that'd take care of the water. In fact, that's exactly what the killer did. The dirt pattern on the tarp can attest to that. Only one side of the tarp got dirty, because that's the side that got covered in water. The side that faced down, meanwhile, kept perfectly clean. This proves that the killer used the tarp to keep the body from getting soaked.
But why would they go to all that effort just to keep the body from getting wet?
Most likely so they could cloud the issue of when the murder actually took place. In other words, to create an excuse exactly like the one Makoto just gave us.
Fair. Why would she want to make me look like the killer? Can't think about that right now. That tarp, if it was used the way Kyoko said, the tarp must have touched the body, right? But the body was covered in blood. If the tarp was used on the body, the
Bottom
tarp
would be covered
yeah.
in blood.
Wait. Something's not right.
And what might be?
Can't worry about Kyoko's motivations.
Kyoko wouldn't know about that because she came after the explosion.
Came after the explosion. Which sounds way too close to basic for my my liking. Where were you, before or after the explosion? About Kyoko's motivation, if I don't do something, everyone's gonna think I'm the killer. After I refute what Kyoko said. The body before the... Which would have been... Yeah,
Body before the explosion.
when the body was found. Or yeah, before the explosion.
Yeah.
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side...
Probably body before the
sprinkler got that side
explosion.
wet.
But the underside of the
Be on one
tarp,
side.
it was totally spotless, right?
It's the first time that we've made an actual comment during the,
Well, yeah, it was protected from the water.
like, our person specifically made an actual comment during this one of these.
Yeah, I think this is the first
By
time.
covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it
Do you
from
think
getting
we'll have
wet.
to contradict ourselves?
So the reason the tarp was only
That-
dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah.
No, it's wrong.
Dash Heroes 3 once again.
Actually, one side being clean is pretty strange if you think about it. Because the blood wasn't dry before the body got blown up, right? Yakuya said it himself. Not to touch it, or you might get some on you. If you put a tarp on a body in that state, It absolutely would have gotten blood on it.
Well, maybe the culprit washed it, so nobody would know they'd used it.
If they had, they would have washed both sides. Just washing one side wouldn't hide anything.
Oh, yeah, true.
More than that, what if the very blood we saw on the body was meant as a kind of camouflage?
Blood was camouflage?
What if, after the killer used the tarp to avoid the sprinklers, they then covered the body in blood that didn't belong to the victim?
You mean someone else's blood? Where would they get something like that?
I know! They could have grabbed some of the blood packs from the nurse's office. That's what Hifumi did, right? When he pretended to be dead?
No, not what happened this time. The killer got the blood from right there in the garden.
Chicken.
They killed the chicken.
They
used
killed the chicken
blood.
and used chicken blood.
I got it! Could it have been chicken blood?
What? Chicken blood?
When I checked the chicken coop before the murder, there were 5 chickens. But after the murder, there were only 4.
Where the rest
So
of the chicken
you're
go? They
saying
feed it to the plant.
Someone killed a chicken and then covered the body
Probably.
with its blood? Man, that's messed up.
Killing a living thing just to do something like that is awful. They should have at least eaten it.
I wonder if the killer had to get the blood from the scene so they wouldn't be spotted walking around. Anyway, there's no denying that a chicken went missing, which provides a basis for my theory.
Perhaps, but even so, there's one thing that still doesn't make sense. You said the culprit used the tarp to avoid the water and then covered the body in blood, right? But if that's the case, then the blood should have soaked into the ground around the body. But that's not what we saw. Only the victim's clothing had blood on it. The ground was completely clean.
I have to agree, that certainly is strange. Maybe they didn't apply the blood at the scene. Maybe they covered the coat in blood beforehand.
They covered it beforehand?
When you discovered the body, was it wearing the coat like you normally would?
I think so. Wait,
No, it was backwards.
the head was through the neck hole, but the arms weren't in the sleeves.
Then that settles it.
Sorry, I'm having a tough time keeping up.
Here's what happened. The murder took place before the sprinklers went off. But the body didn't get wet because the killer covered it with the tarp. Then, later, at the same time the killer was bringing up the tarp, they pulled the coat over the body. The coat they've already covered in blood. This series of cover-ups was meant to disguise the actual time the murder occurred. They wanted us to think the murder happened sometime after the sprinklers had gone off, at 7:30.
If that's actually what took place, it certainly becomes possible that the murder happened earlier.
But to pull all that off, wouldn't they have had to go back to the garden after the sprinklers turned off?
That actually wouldn't have been all that difficult.
Huh?
They already had the coat ready, so they just had to grab the tarp and pull the coat over the body. They'd be done in no time.
Maybe, but still.
Hina, after you met up with Makoto in the dining hall, did you two stay together from that point on?
Oh no. I headed off to the gym, and Makoto didn't show up till later.
Ah!
Then he had plenty of time to spare, wouldn't you say?
And she's still pointing at me. But it also very much still could have been Toko. Because Toko disappeared for 1 minute. Plenty of time to swap
Yeah, but if
it.
it happened before the sprinklers, like they're saying.
Yeah, but they would have had to go back after the sprinklers. Nothing saying Toko killed them beforehand and then swapped everything when she went up there for the pickaxe.
Don't bother saying it's not possible.
I must admit, Kyoko's reasoning is sound. Makoto's alibi is inadequate.
Suspicion falls back on me again. But why? Why is Kyoko trying to entrap me? Don't understand. Disguised dead body has been added to the truth section.
Well then, looks like we're back to square one. Makoto's alibi is no good, so once again, our suspects are him and Kyoko.
You're serious, man? Which one of them did it? Why don't we let luck decide? Let's flip a coin. 50-50 odds.
Oh!
See? Pretty good idea, right?
No, not that. I just remembered something super serious.
Well, don't just stand there. Out with it.
You know that knife we found all black and burnt?
One we found stuck in the body before it exploded, right?
It was the very knife that
According
was
to the
in there.
Monokuma file, the knife went all the way through, from front to back.
That doesn't look like it went from front to back. That couldn't have been the knife used in the murder.
So, what about it?
I'm pretty sure I'd seen that knife somewhere before. That's what I thought when I first saw it. I just remembered.
It's the one Toko found. Right.
It's the knife we gave to Makoto?
You don't seem surprised. You must have noticed earlier.
Yeah.
Then why did you hide that fact?
It's not that I hid it. It's just...
Couldn't be sure of what actually happened last night. Thought maybe I really did kill her.
Suspicious. Very suspicious indeed. The knife we found stuck in the body came from Makoto. I'm totally convinced he did it. 12,000%
That was
convinced.
easy.
Yeah. Everything up till now I should be able to make it clear. I have to prove that I didn't murder anyone. I'm not the killer.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
Can't predict.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it.
Just because I had the knife once, that automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right? So there's no question. You took that knife of yours and killed her with it.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
Being stabbed is what killed her. We're gonna have to contradict that, I think.
Getting stabbed with maybe the Monokuma file.
The knife
not
we
there.
found lodged in the dead body.
Fragments near dead body. Maybe the bombs will kill her.
It really is, isn't it?
Fragments near the dead body, that's just the bomb.
Yeah, I was about to say maybe the bomb is what killed her, so it doesn't make sense that she was stabbed, but she was already dead beforehand.
Makoto did it.
I
Just
don't know.
because I had the knife once, that automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her.
Nope,
right?
fragments near the dead body doesn't make sense.
Shoot!
What are our options?
We have
The knife we found
exploded
lodged
body
in the dead
analysis, body before the explosion, when the body was found, and disguised dead body.
body. It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, that seals it. Makoto did it.
Just because I had the knife once, that automatically makes me the killer?
Disguised dead body because getting stabbed doesn't make sense why we disguise it.
So no question.
Well, we think that they were stabbed because of all the blood,
What a horrible man.
but the blood we've already established is fake.
Right, so disguised dead body and being stabbed because we don't know if stabbing is actually what
Right,
caused
they
it.
wouldn't have been inside that cloak, so someone put the knife in after they were dead.
Yep, okay. I see your reasoning
The
here.
knife we found lodged in the
Give it a shot. We have 6 minutes.
It really is, isn't it?
If he did have that
Two
knife,
hearts.
seals it. Makoto did it.
Just because I had the knife once, that automatically...
Well, getting stabbed is what.
Yep, there we go.
No, it's wrong! Wait, hold on. The stab wound isn't what killed Mukuro. That should be clear from the description of the cover-up we just heard.
Lies! We never talked about what killed her!
No, don't you remember? The killer covered the dead body with the tarp, and then put the bloody coat on it, right? In other words, the victim never wore that blood-stained coat until after they were dead.
Okay, fine. So what?
So, when we discovered the body, the knife had been thrust through the coat along with the body. Meaning, if she wasn't stabbed until the coat was put on, and she was already dead at that point, obviously the stab wound isn't what killed her.
Maybe you stabbed her twice. Once to kill her and once to cover it up.
Victor was stabbed twice in the same spot. No, there's no way that's possible. Monokuma file.
I got it! The Monokuma file clearly states that there was only one stab wound.
Oh yeah, it sure did. Totally forgot about that.
Then the knife...
It was just another piece of camouflage set up by the true killer. They probably stabbed her to draw attention away from what actually killed her.
Which would have been the blow to the head, possibly.
Possibly.
Exploding the body afterward was probably meant to do the same thing.
So that we wouldn't be able to tell.
Right.
The explosion severely damaged the body, making it impossible to know what really killed her. It was all the killer's attempt to destroy all evidence of their crime.
So they wanted us to notice the stab wound and then detonated the body afterward.
Which was Toko. Even beyond Byakuya saying no, she still did it.
They meant for us to latch onto the knife as the cause of death, then destroy any evidence proving otherwise.
Oh, hey, I have a question. It kinda goes back to the beginning, but what's the deal with that explosion anyway? Why'd the body just blow up all of a sudden like that?
If you bothered to put that lump of gray matter between your ears to use, you'd know the answer.
Well, if you're so smart, just tell me.
I'll tell you. I bet some unknown quantum particle causing atomic levels fuck.
I might be dumb,
Yeah,
but
just...
I'm not dumb enough to believe that.
Go ahead, Makoto. Tell her or we won't make any headway on this.
The, fragments.
Yeah.
I got it! Action. We found a tiny fragment of something on the ground near the body, right? That fragment reveals the cause of the explosion.
Huh? You know, I feel like I've seen something like it somewhere before.
That's only natural. Because, of course, we saw the same thing when we dismantled Monokuma. It's part of a bomb.
Oh! Then the explosion was because of the Monokuma bomb.
Which means someone grabbed the Monokuma bomb and then exploded the body while everyone was in the gym.
Anyway, the culprit's motive is becoming more and more obvious by the minute. They wanted the knife wound to look like the fatal injury so that we'd suspect Makoto. And the only one who would benefit from that is the only other possible suspect. You, Kyoko.
Hold on a second, Byakuya.
What's the problem?
Well, I just feel like we need to think this through. We still don't know what actually killed the victim.
That's true. It's definitely bugging me. What really killed her?
Fine. I have no problem with that. Let us continue the debate. It
I
will
love how we're
change the facts of the case
simultaneously protecting ourselves and Kyoko and just trying not to let anybody suspect either of us, which is really
Which
impossible.
would put us in a stalemate. Need to concentrate. What actually killed her? Probably Monokuma number 5, but we'll see.
It honestly could have been either of those.
Then, shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't you because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
Yeah.
Then, shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah. According to the demonic, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body. Then, shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
Has yet to be determined.
Explosion didn't kill her for sure.
So if there's one other thing in the handbook that could have probably said that happened to her, we already know the wounds across her whole body were several days old.
Yeah.
And then there's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah.
So we have exploded body analysis,
Don't
body
forget-
before, and then monochroma file, and then we can also grab one of these.
Yeah.
But
So if we think about it with the
The victim
memorizing,
had suffered countless
we know
wounds
countless
across her
wounds is probably red
entire
herring.
body.
right,
Because
'Cause
that
that's
happened
not-
several days ago.
yeah,
They're old.
that's a red herring. It's too old. Another thing about it though is we have to contradict one of them, although their term for contradict is a little loose.
Well, for now anyways.
But
If we think about it, something makes sense. We've already talked about getting stabbed, so we know it's not stabbed. We already talked about the explosion. We know she was dead before the explosion.
So
the
I
only
have to
other
get
thing
hit.
it talks about is the hit.
so
in the back
maybe
of
I
the
should
head.
memorize hit in the back of the head, and then we don't know the
The
fatal
victim's
injury.
fatal injury
Right,
has
the
yet
victim's
to be
fatal
determined,
injury
correct?
hit on the back
The
of the head.
explosion didn't kill her for
So
sure.
it's less of a contradiction and more of a this is what happened.
Well, yeah. She was already
We'll
totally
see anyway.
dead when that happened.
And it wasn't because of the knife, right? And then there's only one.
Oh, yeah. That's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
Then, shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet.
Yeah. Okay.
Mukuro died because of the blow to the back of the head she suffered.
What about the wounds all over the rest of her body? They didn't have anything to do with it?
The Monokuma file makes it clear that those weren't fresh wounds.
Oh yeah, good point. If they were old, I guess they don't really matter.
Okay, then we're safe in assuming the blow to the back of her head is what killed her.
But then, what was the murder weapon? The Monokuma file says she was hit with a blunt object, about as thick as a metal pipe.
The arrows in the dojo?
Oh, I bet it was the pickaxe.
No, that was clean.
How is that even possible? If you hit someone with that, it'd cave their skull in completely.
Well, maybe they held it the other way and hit her with the handle.
No way! The balance would be all off. You wouldn't be able to swing it with any kind of power. I wouldn't mind testing it on you if you want.
No thanks. I bet you just hit me with a metal end and call it an accident.
I'd love to scoop out that nasty brain of yours, throw it on the ground, and spit on it.
I feel the same way. Looks like we're on the same page this time.
Seriously?
We want to figure out what killed her, right? It just so happens we already know.
We already know? I knew we could count on you, Master.
So what was it?
Go ahead and tell them, Makoto. Surely you've deduced the real murder weapon?
The real murder weapon was the arrows.
I got it! Mukuro was hit in the back of the head with something, and that's what killed her. And that something was the titanium arrow we found in the locker in the dojo.
Arrow. That's what the culprit attacked Mukuro with?
Indeed. There's no doubt about it.
Are you sure? That sounds kind of weird.
Hey! How dare you backtalk, Master? You have no right!
I'm not back-talking anything. I'm just saying what I think.
Don't blame Hina for doubting it because there was one more thing about that weapon. One more secret. That would have been the duct tape, perhaps?
Possibly.
Yeah, bloody duct tape.
Bloody duct tape. How would the bloody duct tape be used in this situation?
The titanium arrow. It was in the dojo locker, right? I have no doubt that was the murder weapon.
Are you sure?
You don't sound convinced. What's the problem?
Well, because in the Monokuma file, it said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal plate, right? It seems like an arrow too thin.
Talking back to Master! You have no right!
Okay, this is not where I thought it was going. More to it than that.
Bloody duct
The
tape.
titanium arrow. It was in the dojo locker,
Has
right?
to be as thick as a metal
I
pipe.
have no doubt that was the murder weapon.
Are you sure?
Maybe they wrapped the arrow in duct tape?
What's the problem?
We'll wrap multiple arrows together.
In the Monokuma
Possibly.
file, it
To
said
make
the
it as
weapon
thick
must
as a
have
metal
been
pipe.
about as thick as a metal pipe, right? It
The bloody
seems like
duct
an
tape could
arrow
solve
would
the
just
too
be
thin
too
problem.
thin.
It's wrong. You're right. Just the one arrow would have been too weak. That's why the killer used another weapon.
Another weapon?
Inside the dojo locker, we also found a balled up wad of duct tape. The killer probably used this duct tape to bind multiple arrows together. Bundling them together using the duct tape would easily create a single weapon as thick as a pipe. And that's exactly what the killer did.
It's similar to Aesop's fable about the bundle of sticks. One stick is weak, but put them together, and they become strong. It's meant to teach cooperation.
Damn, that's harsh.
How is it harsh? You even listening?
Anyway, that explains the murder weapon.
And who knew about something similar to this once again? She's related this to several times to literature.
And she's the ultimate literature.
Yeah.
As for who the culprit is that stashed the weapon in the dojo locker, it was you, Kyoko.
I've never been to the dojo.
That's a lie. We found
Yeah,
it
that's where we
originally.
found her in the...
Oh no, you absolutely have.
How can you say that with such confidence?
Because we have proof, of course. Don't we, Makoto?
That's where I first saw you. You made the comment that the cherry blossoms were elegant.
What's the matter? Surely you don't intend to protect a murderer. You know what will happen if you do, don't you? If you cover for the culprit, there's only one thing that can lead to. The death of us all, remember?
Of course I remember.
Then show us. Show everyone the evidence that proves Kyoko went to the dojo.
I have evidence.
The key.
Yeah.
Because we found that in her room. Or a room she didn't have access to at the night of
The
murder.
one thing that proves
Yeah.
Kyoko was in the dojo is right here. The key to the dojo locker.
And how does that prove anything?
Because I found it in your room.
It was in my room?
Don't bother trying to play dumb. That key is just the final piece of the puzzle. Your non-existent alibi, your clear motive, your
have
attempts to
access to
frame
a room?
Makoto for the
Yeah,
crime.
we're gonna have to contradict that.
This all proves that you are the true culprit. You can't explain this away, so just give up.
Hold on a second.
Not this again. You really are dead set on defending her, aren't you?
No, it's not that I want to defend her. It's just, there's one more thing I need to ask her. Kyoko, I want you to tell me something. Last night, you were in my room, weren't you? Why? What were you doing there? That's what I need to know.
I was just protecting you.
What?
She was protecting me. Then does that mean she knew I was being attacked, and she came to my rescue? Could that be when would mean that Kyoko killed someone for me?
That's enough. The time for idle chatter is over. A verdict is close at hand.
Yeah, but it still doesn't make sense how she made it into her room.
Wait. I'm warning you. Don't make this mistake. I'm not the killer.
I knew you were stubborn, but this is just getting ridiculous.
Think about it, Byakuya. You had the key. So how did something get planted in her room if you were the only one who had a hold of it?
Really? But you should know better than anyone I didn't do it. Can you tell me I'm wrong?
I should know.
Could know better than anyone. What does that mean? The
He has
key!
the key. He has the key to our room.
There's no way she could have gotten in there and planted it. Yeah, we're lucky. Or no, not
Those
that
words
key.
you just
Yeah,
Yeah, the other
What do you
they'll
mean?
probably show up in the conversation.
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Nothing.
Master would never hide something from me!
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker, and then left the,
The locker key in
my
my
own
own
room. Correct? But could I
For
really have done that?
The proof.
earlier, the proof. Locker key in my room.
Those
Proof
words
that
you
she
just-
didn't do it.
Exactly. I'm not the killer. You should understand.
Byakuya,
Master would never hide.
there's proof that you aren't the culprit.